Welcome to another Memphis drawing. Today we're continuing on our 200 drawing prompt book. Today we're up to drawing prompt 194, which is sunset. We drew a prairie farm at sunset. If you want to see how we did it, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to do today. I was thinking about going, with the typical Hawaiian sunset, but that seemed a little predictable. And I checked my phone and all these pictures look the same. I saw this picture. This is a little farm scene with a little old barn and silo. Sunset right here. But then I didn't think that was complicated enough, so I found basically the same picture. Only this one has a tractor in it. So I think this is going to be our inspiration, but we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to extend. There's a fence here. We're going to bring that fence all the way through. We're also going to lower the horizon here. We're going to get rid of this hill, because you don't get as good a sunset on when the sun sets behind a hill, because it stays light for another hour or two after that. To get a crisp sunset, you need a low down horizon. But then this sunset sky, you see how wide it is. That's because the sun is setting behind the hill, and it keeps the everything lit up. So I think we're gonna use a sky more like this, and we'll also get some of our colors from one of these Hawaii pictures. I've already kind of sketched in everything here. There's our horizon, and there's our barn in the background. Got our tractor going, and here's our fence. We get some of these details in, and we'll be on a roll. Make sure I get this tractor wheel halfway right, because I think when you look at a tractor, you expect to see that funny tread pattern, and if it's not right, you can notice it. Sometimes you'll see tractors drawn, and they're nicely drawn, but they just don't look right. They don't feel right. And that's because the author of the drawing doesn't realize that these tractors especially the old tractors, they have their own look. These are the tractors like this. This is a Farmall H, and you know, you just look at it and you know what it is, and if it's not, you know, if it's not right, it really, you may not even know why it bugs you, but have a yeah, I'm pretty happy with our drawing. Our tractor came out all right. I put some detail, like some stairs, inside this old barn, and got a ladder upside the silo. I even have some lightning rods up on the roof. Well, let's just launch into it here. If we're going to ruin the drawing, let's don't delay. Remember when you was a kid, when you drew a sky, you just sort of drew some clouds and colored everything else blue? What I'm doing here is kind of putting in some sun rays. You know, sometimes when you get a sunset, especially a sunset on the true horizon, you get, you know, rays that stream out. I'm going to block in some of our detail. These silos are, I remember I lived in Colorado when I was a kid for a while, out in the country. We had an old barn. And a silo, but it was concrete. And, you know, which all made sense to me. Later, when I moved to Indiana, I was checking out the silos, and they were built differently. They were built like barrels. Check it out sometime if you ever see a an old silo. Well, I was gonna put a little hayloft and a staircase inside this building, but I can't do that because it's got to be dark in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it dark. Now I'm gonna get my fence posts in here. I think I can see the top of these posts. Now I've got to get some dark. I've got to get some dark in here. I don't know the best way to do it. I got to just put down some green for background. Time to work on the tractor a little bit. I don't think this color is strictly the right color, but as close as I got. The tractor's, the color of a tractor is real important. I mean, it's not important, but it is important to the aficionados because they all have different shades of color. I'm going to add a little sky color to the roof. Just a hint. Now the front of the barn here is getting some light from the sunset, so we'll put that in. trying to put a little tree back here in the distance. Give our drawing a little depth. It's a big tree, but it's far away. Well, that does it for Memphis drawing 194. Today's prompt was sunset, and we did a sunset on a prairie farm. Let's take a look at tomorrow's prompt. Tomorrow's prompt is coat of arms, and that will be prompt 195. Hope to see you then.